What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a pick a card reading and we're going to look at what makes you so attractive. Why are people drawn to you? What do they find beautiful about you, about your life? So let's get started. We're going to have 3 piles for you guys to choose from today. You can take a second, pause the video, meditate, see what pile you feel like you are the most drawn to. There may be more than one, and you can go directly to your message with the timestamp below, and I will see you there. Pile 1, what's up? You guys chose this pile for your reading about what makes you so attractive. Why are people drawn to you? Pile 1, right away, I want you to know I'm instantly getting this feeling for you that you guys are beautiful people. Like, aside from whatever is going on emotionally, mentally in your world, you're physically very beautiful and attractive people. You have a lot of grace. So you move with grace, with fluidity, like a dancer. That's what I'm seeing for you guys. We have the swan here. This is telling me that you guys have this just pervasive classic beauty about you that even if you don't see it or you don't think so, this is what people see in you. This is what they're seeing. They see somebody graceful, they see somebody beautiful, and you may be somebody who had sort of an ugly duckling start. So maybe you didn't always feel that way about yourself. You went through some awkward phases, but you really grew into your own, and now you have this classic beauty about you. Features that are just beautiful no matter what culture you come from or whatever standard of beauty that people are used to seeing. You surpass all of that and you just maintain this classic beauty. That's really what I'm seeing. This graceful dancer, like beautiful vibration. That's what I see around you. And what I'm also feeling for you guys is that you are incredibly magnetic people. This pile is the pile that has charisma, magnetism, and they draw people in with their energy. It doesn't matter what you look like. People are going to look at you, and because you have this like typhoon of energy that just brings things in, they're going to look at you and be hypnotized and think that you're a beautiful person. That's what I'm seeing for you. We have someone here who follows their destiny. You guys are on the path to finding your purpose. People see that in you and they are very drawn to you for that reason. They look at you and they're like, this person knows where they're going. This person is expressing something from their soul, expressing something that goes beyond time and space, and people are very drawn to you because you are aligned with your path. You're aligned with your purpose, and that's what I see for you guys. You also are very creative people, highly creative people, and you're very flirty. So people, when they're around you, they see somebody that's artistic, that is good at reaching over to the other side and bringing through ideas for other people to enjoy. Creativity is the word. You guys are highly creative people. And when you're a highly creative person, to me, this translates as also being very psychic or spiritual, even if you're not aware of that. You do have that ability, and other people might see that in you, even if you don't see it in yourself. So this is what I'm seeing for you guys. You're very creative, you're very magnetic, you are on your path to a higher purpose, and you're driven in that way. I'm also seeing for you guys that this group might have a couple of those witchy type people. Some people that are into the esoteric, into the occult, that kind of stuff. You guys have this energy about you where at the very least, you're not afraid to talk about it. You're not afraid to embrace that kind of conversation. You don't push that away. You're interested by it and you even embody it in a lot of ways, and people see that in you. You're also somebody that's very methodical. You're very methodical in what you do and how you do it, and you have a lot of self-control. I'm seeing for you guys that there's a lot of self-control that you embody and present to other people, and I think that's where this idea of grace and beauty comes in, because it's like you almost are sort of like a hard to read or just like very stoic, or you just control your emotions so well that people just see this like beauty radiating from you. It just really feels like you can hold your own no matter what's presented or thrown in your path. You guys also might be very health focused. So you might be very focused in taking care of your body, taking care of your health. I'm hearing rituals for you guys. So for some of you, it's that ritualistic kind of witchy feeling where you have rituals that you do for your spirituality, for your spiritual health. And there's also other people who I feel like ritualistic, like you have certain things you like to do at certain times, that and routines that you really like. And they help elevate your health. They help elevate your everyday, and that shows through to other people. People are very drawn to you for that reason, and they find you attractive for that reason as well. Pile 1, when people are around you, they're deeply transformed. So especially your intimate or close relationships, I'm hearing for you that you are deeply transformative in, like, for yourself and for the people that are around you for longer periods of time. I do feel sort of a Scorpion energy in this reading. So Virgo and Scorpio, I do feel that you embody a lot of characteristics from both of these signs. I feel like this is where charisma comes in. This is where your methodical, well thought out kind of approach, your witchy kind of vibe, your magnetism, your charisma, this is where this is coming from. I do see for you that something about you just draws people in. It just sucks people in, and they like to be there. They might be like a little confused or hypnotized or whatever, but they like that you make them feel that way. You're very intense. Something about you is very intense. And a lot of people are drawn to that and very much find it attractive in you. You're working towards something, Pile 1. You're really putting in the effort to build something in your life. And I'm assuming this has to do with that path, that purpose, that expression, that authentic expression that is very meaningful to you. And I see you putting in the work, and other people see you putting in the work. They see that you're really laying down the foundation to make something happen for yourself, to have a stable life, to stand on your own 2 feet. And I just see for you guys that the way you apply yourself, the way you invest in whatever it is that is a priority to you, whether it's your health, your job, your career, your purpose that expands beyond all that. This is what people see, and this is why they're so drawn to you, because they think that's amazing, and they think that it's something to look up to, something that other people want to be around you so that they can learn how to do that in themselves. You're very emotional. You guys feel a lot of emotions, and even though you may hold them, you kind of may hold it through a poker face, you guys experience a range of emotions. You've learned how to control those emotions. That's really it. You guys have learned how to go through ups and downs and really just ride out the waves and control the emotions that you feel, and learn how to express them in a way that's constructive and not destructive. And people are very drawn to that. They're drawn to your ability to do exactly that. No matter what you look like, people look at you and they see beauty, because I think that your spirit is so beautiful that it's impossible for it not to translate into your physical energy. Pile 1, I don't think you say much, but when you do, it's worth listening to. I feel like you're somebody who listens, who observes, and you don't just go around talking all the time. Like, you're not that kind of social butterfly. You're more of somebody who is observing and like the fly on the wall kind of energy. And when you do speak, it means something to people. People want to listen to you, because it happens so rarely, in the sense that, like, when you give an opinion, people want to know what it is, because it's probably wise, it's probably well thought out, you know, and coming from experience or something like that. So I see that people love that about you. Again, I'm seeing this like whirlwind like energy for you guys. It's like you're the eye of the hurricane, and then like everything around you is just whirling, and you just draw things in. You're just bringing people in all the time. And it's something about you, it's like people can't fight it. They can't fight that urge to just want to be with you or see what you have to say or something like that. You guys see past any facade that anybody can put up. You see down to the bare bones of whatever is in front of you. You are able to just have this laser focus that gets through everything and gets to the bottom of whatever it is that you're looking at, or whatever it is that you're trying to understand or create. I just see that you are builders. You're building something up. Like you guys pull things out of thin air and create things out of thin air somehow. I don't know how that translates. I'm feeling like, again, it's this creative energy. Like you write music, you have like beautiful artwork that you create. You pull messages from the other side for other people. It could be like mediumship, like something about how you create. It's like you just take things out of nothing and just like give them to other people. So again, you're just a builder, you're an investor. You put time and energy into what you care about. You put time and energy into your relationships. You put time and energy into your creative projects, and you are able to just see past every facade, every distraction, and see the truth and the objective truth of everything. Again, a very Scorpio-like energy, a very Virgo-like energy is coming through in this reading. Something about the way you honor your culture, your tradition, your religion, your spirituality, these things are very attractive to people. The way you honor your background or what's important to you, or your ancestors, or whatever it is, it's the way you honor something, the way you show up for something, the way you put value in tradition is very attractive to people, and they want to know more about how you do it, why you do it, and how it yields results for you, because for some reason it's like very wrapped up in your identity, and people are very drawn to you for that reason. They find it very attractive. And I do feel like you act as a teacher in a lot of ways for other people when it comes to honoring traditions, cultures, religious things. Like that's what I'm seeing for you guys. And I'm also seeing for you that your hair is very attractive to people. It might literally be that you have curly hair and that's very attractive, or really it's just about the magic in your hair. Something about your hair is just very beautiful to people physically and energetically. It holds something, and it's something about you that's physically alluring, physically that people are drawn to and think is beautiful about you. You also have very magnetic eyes, of course. I see that your eyes just draw people right in, and you just lock into somebody's soul, and that is very attractive. Even though it's very intense for a lot of people, it can be a little scary for people. They're like, at the end of it all, they're like, I want more of that. I want to be seen deeply the way you are able to see people very deeply. And again, it's that idea of cutting through to the core, and your eyes, it all happens in your eyes. And people feel it happen. They feel they just feel that their soul is being stared into. And that is a very attractive feeling that people are drawn to, whether they think they like it or not. They are very drawn to it. You rock the lipstick look, the dark lipsticks, the beautiful lips, drawing attention to your lips. People are very drawn to these features. So again, it's like every feature in your face is attractive in its own way. People are drawn to what you say. They're drawn to how you say it. They're drawn to the way you do your lipstick. If you wear lipstick, your lips are very attractive for people and very sensual. All in all, people want to know where you come from. They want to know where you come from in your home, like your like in a literal sense, like your culture, your background. They want to know where you come from. They want to know like what goes on in your inner world. That's like really it. People want to know what goes on in your inner world, because something about you is so alluring, so creative, so magnetic in you, and they want to know what that is and how they can get more of it and how they can even embody it themselves. So that's what I see for you guys. That's why you're so attractive. It's why people are drawn to you. I hope that you enjoy your reading, and I will see you in the next one. Pile 2, welcome to your reading. This is why you are so attractive, why people are drawn to you. So pile 2, the thing I see for you right away is that you guys are so attractive for your leadership abilities, for your go-getter attitude, for your independence. That's what I'm seeing. Your self-starting, independent nature is why people are so drawn to you. They look to you like a leader. They look to you like this person knows what they're doing and they know how to do it, and I'm going to follow them because they're just going to go after it. And people love that about you. That's really what it is right away. I see for you guys that you're fierce, you're assertive, you have that Aries quality of go, go, go. And you're not afraid to be aggressive with what you want. You're not afraid to go after the things, do it first. You're not afraid to do it first. You're not afraid to go after the things that you want. And you have this life in you, this flickering flame kind of life in you where you know, people are so drawn to your ability to just go for it. And really, like, I'm hearing like a really assertive attitude when it comes to particularly your finances and your assets and things like that. So I'm seeing for you guys that people are really drawn to you, they're really attracted to you because of what you own. So it's like, if you are really good at like you're very financially savvy, or you own properties that people are like admire, that like, oh my gosh, look at this person just going after it and like creating self-sustaining like abundance. Like, that's what I'm seeing. It's just like, you might have a very entrepreneurial type of attitude where you just go for things, or you're just very wise with how you invest your money, and you are get on trends first. That's something that I'm feeling for you guys. So all of this is why people look to you and think like, oh my gosh, I'm so drawn to this person, I'm attracted, I want to know how they know all these things, how do they know how to do these things, because you guys are very much self-starters. You're very much on a mission to succeed. And I do see for you guys that because you're active, because you're competitive, you know, some people might look at you like you're bossy, but it's like this, it's an attractive quality in you, because you just know what you want and you know how to get it, and you know what other people need to, you know how to use people as resources, how to be a resource for other people. And that's highly attractive. People just want to know more about how you can do that, and they love it. So I'm also seeing for you guys, something that's really attractive about you is like it's like the fact that you don't need anybody. That's really what I'm seeing. I feel like for you guys, you have this attitude, and I'm not saying you do this, I'm just saying that people see in you this idea that like I'll push you to the side to get what I want if I have to, and like I'll cut you off, or I'll like do what I need to do to get to where I'm going. And I'm not saying you'll do that. I'm just saying that people see that quality of like that kind of energy where they're like, oh my God, maybe this person doesn't even need me, and they'll just push me to the side. And it's like hot, actually. It's like people find it attractive. They're like, oh, they don't even need me. I'm just like here, you know, like as a tool to their success, you know, kind of a thing. And obviously this is not true. Like you know, I'm sure that's not how you are, but people perceive that in you, and they just think like, they think it's like a sexy. They think it's attractive. They think it's like when somebody doesn't want you, you want them more, because you just feel like drawn to them for that reason. Like you have something to prove. That's really what I see. And I also see that, like, again, this idea of like nothing's good enough for you. Like nobody feels good enough for you. Like you're so hot. You're so attractive. You're just so independent that like people feel like they don't have anything to give to you that you don't already have or can't give to yourself in some way. And it's just like how they see you. It's just they just see somebody who's like, they have it all anyway. What do they need from me? You know, and like, you're really good at saying that's not good enough for me. I need something better. I need something better than that. You have to show up. You know how to like give people, you know how to tell people what you need, and like not in an aggressive way, but in a way that's just matter of fact. And like, this is my boundary. This is what I need from you. This is what I'm looking for. And if you don't match that, I don't need you. And it's actually very refreshing. And I feel like a lot of people could learn from you on how to be self-reflective and a go-getter, and not accept less than what you deserve. That's the big thing. You don't accept less than what you deserve. And people seriously admire that in you. Nothing can stop you, pile 2. You just blow right through it. You're going to go right through it. You're going to get what you want. You have a goal in mind. It's going to be achieved. You're going to do it. That's the bottom line. And it doesn't matter how long it takes you, because you're willing to invest your time and energy. You're willing for the things that you really want. You don't have like this quick burnout. You're able to invest with time and energy into what it is that you truly want. And you're just going to get there. Like you're just going to get there any way you can. And people want to tag along for that. They want to learn from you. And I do actually feel for you that you are nurturing too. Like I think people perceive in you that you don't need anybody, but I think you do. I think that you have something like an outside wall that people might perceive as like very independent, but deep down, like, you do like to nurture relationships. You do like to nurture your projects. You are a very loving person. It's just like the more hidden aspect to you. And people find it hot that you are just very like, just spunky. Like, you're just fierce and spunky and independent, and you just don't need anybody, or that's what they think anyway. But with that being said, with that nurturing attitude that you have deep down, you do protect yourself. Like, you have this deep like softness in you, and you protect that. You hide that from people because it's so sacred in you, and you have to protect yourself. It is like your ability to be so independent is on some levels like a protective mechanism that you have, because you just don't want people to take advantage of you, because maybe that's happened to you in the past and you've learned from it, or it's happened to people you love and you learned from it. Whatever it is, like, I see for you that you're soft inside, that you're very soft, you're very kind, you're caring, you're loving, and it's something that only the closest people get to experience, because what most people see in you is your independent nature, your fearlessness, and there is a vulnerability that you have deep down, and you are protective of those who you love and of yourself. And so that's something that only the most special people in your life get to experience. And when they do get to experience it, it's unforgettable for them. The people who are close to you in your life, or the people who are around you, they get to experience such richness. Like, you have such life in you, and you're so full of spirit that like you just, people who are around you can't help but just feel how delicious life is. You have so much life around you that people just want to be with you. They want to be around you. They want to go through life with you, because you're just so, you just make it fun. Like, that's really it. Like, you make life fun. And even the parts that are harder, like, for some reason, people want to go through them with you, because you give people a sense of bravery, since you have it so deeply in yourself, or you exude that in your own way. And so people are just reminded of their own bravery when they're around you. And again, like, you just have this richness. You just have a rich beauty about you, and the way life is experienced when people are with you, it's really amazing. And again, I see this like inner ability to just be so nurturing for people and so full of life, and people really love that. For a lot of people who pick this pile, you might have darker features. No matter what race you are, you might just be on the darker side. So it's like your eyes are very rich, your skin, like, again, this idea of richness is coming through. It's like you've got rich skin, rich eyes. If you have darker skin, it's highly attractive to people. People look at you and think that your skin is just gorgeous and beautiful, and your eyes as well, like, especially those with the darker pigment, like, people just are drawn to that like chocolatey kind of like essence that you give off to people. So that's highly, highly attractive, and people love that physically about you. And I'm also seeing that you because you have such a masculine energy, if you're a female, this lower half of your face is beautiful, very attractive. And if you're a male, you have a very masculine type of feature about you that people also find very, very attractive. I feel that no matter what you identify with, you do have an overall masculine type of energy of just going after what you desire. But the lower half of your face and the way it's structured is very, very attractive for you. People find that very, very attractive about you. It's your attitude. It's the lower half of your face. It's the overall look of like this dark, rich, energy that brings people in, basically. For you guys, the thing that people are most drawn to in you is your physical body. The way you physically appear, the way you move, the way you express yourself, the way you look, your confidence, your self-assertiveness. This is all the things that people are so attracted for you. The first house, whatever falls into the first house for you, is what people look at you and are deeply attracted by and drawn to in your life. So for you, it's your physical body. People love it, and they love your independence. They love your self-starting attitude, and your healthy confidence that you have, this healthy confidence. That's really why people just absolutely adore you. So that's what I see for you guys. I hope that you enjoy your reading, and I'll see you in the next one. Pile 3, welcome to your reading. Let's see why people are so drawn to you, why you're so beautiful and attractive. Pile 3, right away, you guys have this energy about you that's playful. You're very playful and full of joy, and I feel like a bit of innocence in you, and people are super drawn to that. They love, like, you're very light, flighty, fun loving type of vibe that you give off. And I do feel for you somebody who's just very playful and joyful, and people like genuinely just love to be around you and just like have fun with you. That's what I'm seeing for you guys right off the bat. You guys are aesthetically very pleasing. You have this grace about you. You're very balanced, very socially aware. You embody the aspects of Libra. So you guys have a lot of fun with other people. You're very airy in that way, but you might be a little indecisive, but you also are socially just very aware, and you like to balance out your relationships. You like to keep things fun. You like to keep things going well, and just very cooperative, very harmonious. So this is like, you're kind of party people. That's really what I see. I feel like you guys are the funnest type of person to party with, because you just keep things light and airy and balanced and fun loving. So right away, that's what's coming up for you guys. You have a beautiful like energy of like a life force around you. You have amazing like force of light. Like people are drawn to you. You just you emit light to people. You're very expansive in your presence. You guys are interesting because you're expressive. I feel like people feel like they're really able to be themselves around you, but it's cool because you also have this dreaminess about you, where you may be a little escapist. You may be you might fantasize a little bit, or just kind of get lost in thought. You're very dreamy. Like you have this dreamy type quality about you, where you're extremely compassionate, and you are able to tap into the universe and the collective and all these things. Like you just have this dreaminess about you. And it's also kind of tied into that idea of innocence that I'm seeing, like a childlike innocence. But you're very enthusiastic. You're very enthusiastic and you're very blessed. A lot of things go in your favor, and you just like, you're very expansive energy. So when people are around you, it's like the funnest thing. Like they have so much fun with you. That's really what I feel. Things for you it just works out. Like you're willing to take chances. You're willing to things like you're just winning all the time. Like it just works out for you, whatever it is. And you might travel a lot too. You might be able to get around to places, or you're able to expand your mind. You learn a lot, and you have a lot of knowledge to share with people, and you just make people feel expanded. You make people feel like the sun, like you're just wide open and like warm, and it's just like this amazing feeling that I'm getting. And you're also a very good teacher. That's something that's coming up. Like you're a very good teacher. You're always ready to like take a leap, to do something, take a chance on something, and people love that about you. But you do have a very good teacher. You're a very good mentor is what I'm hearing for you guys. You guys are very communicative. I do see for you guys that, again, you have this airy quality to you. So you love talking to people. You love getting to know people. You are maybe very connected through media, social media, things like that. But like you're popular is basically what it is. Like you're popular people. People love being around you. They love your energy. I also see for you guys that even though you may come off as like happy-go-lucky, you've been through a lot of things. Like you've been through a lot of anxieties. You've had difficult situations that you've been through. You've just come out the other end really blessed, and like you learned from your experiences. So that's why I feel like you make such a good teacher, because you're able to learn from what you went through and like turn it into something positive, or see it from a positive perspective. And other people are very touched by that perspective that you have, and they feel like life isn't so bad when you're around, because you help them see it from a different perspective. You help people let go of their worries, let go of their fears and anxieties, and just move and keep going. And I just feel like people find that very attractive. I'm hearing like Libra, something with Libra. So if you have a sun, moon, or rising Libra, that really shows in you, and people are very attracted to those qualities that you have that are Libra-like. You guys are sensitive. You're very sensitive. You're loving. People who are close to you, you love deeply. And I also see like a psychic energy in this group too. You guys are very intuitive. Even if you're not quite aware of it, you have really spot on intuition about things, about people. And you also might have a very active dream life, like we were saying with Neptune earlier. You might have a very active dream life or have a lot of insight come through your dreams. But you do, as airy as you are, you have like a very psychic or intuitive energy about you that is easily tapped into for you, that you just hold within you. And it's also part of what draws you to people, because on one end, while air can feel like a very superficial element, you have a depth to you as well. You do have this very sensitive, watery depth to you beyond your superficial, like airy kind of element that dominates. There's something else behind you, like a layer behind you that people feel like is like getting to know a whole new person. So you just offer a lot of depth and a lot of character. You have a lot of character for people, and it's really nice. Okay, so you guys kind of, I guess, embody all of the elements, because while I see you as an airy person, while you have this intuitive wateriness in your emotions, you also have this very fiery type of energy that you embody. So it's like you're very magnetic, you're very passionate. You guys are very passionate. So whatever you're talking about, whatever it is that you're into, like you just have this like passionate energy about it, and the way you talk about it draws people in. Like I feel like you guys could convince anybody of anything because of the way that you're able to speak, because of the way of like how passionate you are, and you're spot on intuition, and like all these things. Like you just could convince anybody of anything. And for you, you're very comforting for a lot of people. You offer people a lot of comfort about where they're at in their life. And I also feel for you that there may be times in your life where you've housed people, you've given people a home, whether this is literal or non-literal, could just be in an emotional sense, but you've offered that to people time and time again before. And something about you feels very nurturing. Something about you feels like warm and feels like you're being taken care of in some way. So it's like you just offer that to the people who are around you, and they really love that about you. It's just something that keeps people wanting to be around you all the time. If you have tattoos or piercings, this is something that people find highly physically attractive about you, something that they're drawn to. These things on you are very attractive to people. I feel like they see that and they're very drawn to you for those reasons. It's just like this bad girl, bad boy kind of vibe that you might give off, but you have like this really super sweet personality behind that, and that dichotomy is really attractive to people. That applies for some. I do feel like for some of you, aesthetically, whatever you have going on is very, very pleasing for people to look at. Very attractive hands. There's always one group that has attractive hands, and you're one of them. So I feel like your hands are attractive. Again, your aesthetic. So if you get your nails done, like you just have that Libra like beauty about you, like this balanced beauty of like, I just know it looks good, and you just rock it. But what's cool is that you're very mature. So what even though you look one way, when people talk to you, they see that you have like an amazing perspective on things. You have a very good perspective. You're very mature. You've been through a lot. You're just somebody that people want to hear from. You're somebody that people value your perspective and what you have to say about whatever the conversation is. I feel like you guys like either worked from a really young age or took care of yourself. You've been making your own money, you've been living alone, like whatever it is, like you've been taking care of yourself for a long time, and that really shows in your maturity. Also, eyebrows. Your eyebrows are attractive. If they're thick, they're attractive. The way they move, they're attractive. Something about your eyebrows. People look at you and they like your eyebrows. I don't know. But it's just something that like, it's just that feature on your face that's balanced, that's beautiful, that people like. And it's hot. Like, it's attractive. You've got nice thick eyebrows that people want to look at. Whatever. So that's good. So you just have like an overall aesthetic that's hot. You have like an overall like the eyebrows. You might have a lot of hair. That's just kind of just something that people are really drawn to. Your maturity, like you're just, for your age, like you're like the first one to do things of your friend group, you know, whatever that is, like starting a business, getting married, having kids, like whatever it is that you do in your life, like you do it first. Like your friends look to you because you're mature. You just like got your life together first in some way. I don't know how to explain it, but that's something that people really like about you. And you're very gentle, you're very loving, and just fun to be around, like genuinely fun to be around, and just like ready to take anyone's side on anything. And like, you know, it's just like, you're just a cool person. That's really what it is. Like people just love being, you're just happy-go-lucky person. People love being around. So yeah, people are most drawn to your perspective. That's what I'm seeing here. People are they're most drawn to your perspective. The way you look at things, the advice you give very much means something to people, and they will listen to it. You also might travel a lot, or when you do travel, people love to look at those pictures. They like to hear what you're doing. Like, I don't know, something about traveling, higher knowledge, your perspective, your philosophical experiences, and what you have to say about philosophically what's going on, like whatever. Your perspective is what people love to hear about. They love to hear about the travels you go on and what you think about life, because it's smart and because you give good advice and you really expand people's sense of self and of the world. So that's what I see for you guys, pile 3. I hope you enjoyed your reading, and I'll see you in the next one.